U.S. hiring slowed in August as employers add 315,000 jobs. Various employers slowed their hiring in August in the face of rising interest rates. So I guess we're slowing down. One of Wall Street's best bubble spotters says that we're still in the middle of a super bubble that hasn't popped yet. Jeremy Grantham is among Wall Street's most respected investors. He basically predicted the Japan's asset price bubble, the dot-com bubble in the late 90s, and the housing blow-up. And right now he says that we are in the middle of a super bubble that has not popped yet. And in other news, Thai YouTuber allegedly cheats Forex investors of $55 million. A popular Thai YouTuber allegedly cheated thousands of her followers to swindle them of about $55 million, through a foreign exchange trading scam. This is what I'm talking about. Now, I'm a YouTuber and I basically know what's what about Forex, right? So I'm going to make a suggestion to you guys that if you actually want to have somebody invest for you, do it this way. Use Collective 2. Alright? These people, most of them have some very decent track records. Some of them are basically just fishing, but with some time and with some practice, you'll be able to find the good ones. Okay? Roll the intro. Hey Forex Militia, this is Parsival, and I am coming to you with the Forex weekly outlook for the week of the 5th to the 9th, and we are going to go over last week's prints for the news. And basically here it is. Everything was basically pretty medium. Right, we got the JOLTS job reports at 11.24 million. The real big news was the NFP on Friday. We got a CPI from the Swissy, but the NFP came in above estimates, above the estimate at $315,000. 315,000 jobs, and here's the unemployment ticked up. So most likely what happened was more people came back to the labor force as unemployed, but they applied for a job. All right, and here's a bad thing: the average hourly wage went down. So this is not good, especially with what's going on with inflation. Okay, so now let's go on to this week's news, and we have some rate hikes going on, about 3 of them, which is pretty impressive. We have the Aussie with about a 0.5 basis point rate hike. Let's see, we have the Australian GDP. We have the Bank of Canada raising by 0.75 basis points, some very aggressive tightening. And then we have the euro coming in at a 1.25, which actually is a 0.75 basis point rate hike. Now, who knows? They might actually make it a full point. They might come in at a full point, but as of right now, it's a 0.75. Okay, and then we have the unemployment for Jay Powell speaks on Thursday, and then on Friday we have the unemployment change for the loonie coming in at 15K and 5%. All right, So that looks like a pretty eventful week for news. 3 rate hikes. Let's get over to the charts and see what we can see. All right, starting out here on the dollar. The dollar is in a crazy uptrend, and what we are getting here is divergence that's coming in that actually is looking like, now I said this last week because you can see the divergence actually popping up on 2 of my oscillators. As it goes higher, it will continue to weaken. Now at this point, what I would be looking for is a lower low, lower close candle to signal a move back down, a counter trend trade on the weekly. So, but as of right now, we basically are just continuing to go higher, and you'll see it all throughout these charts. Some of the other currencies are hitting points of resistance and support. So let's go on to the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones, off of this wedge, basically dropped lower. You got the lower low, lower close candle, and it actually is continuing to drop. Now, we also have it going down into the bottom of this wedge. So whether or not it makes it here, I'm not sure. It also hit what I would call a overbought, oversold flip. It's kind of a resistance support line right around here at around 130 at 3150, right at 3150. And so I would be looking to see if it actually bounces off of that and moves higher. Now my oscillators are saying big time that this is going to continue to fall. So let's just see what happens. On gold. Gold has hit the bottom of this range. As you can see, it hit this wicking. It's wicking. So as this is looking like it's going to reverse. If it breaks out of this, then that is a move lower into 1550. I mean, a move lower to 1550. And so that basically just looks like more blood in the water. On Bitcoin. Bitcoin is following the market. So depending on what basically happens, you would trade this based on what's going on in the market. And as I'm seeing right now, it is below 20,000. So since it's below 20,000, it is getting into a mode where it might actually fall lower than 18. 18 was the lowest. Now that's over here. Yep, 17. Actually 17. So if it falls below 17, once again, more blood in the water. But like I said, that would mean that the dollar would have to also rally. And so with this, we have oil. Oil also looking very interesting. It's at the support line, and it's looking like it's going to rally or turn over. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So I would say stay clear, look for signs of higher high, higher close candles and trade accordingly. On the loonie is basically still in this wedge. It's been there for look, all the way back towards June of 2021. So that's over a year. It's been ranging, and that is very interesting. It does do that, as you can see back here. It does definitely do that, and then it'll make moves. So we'll see what happens. All right. On the euro, The euro hit an old low. This is a double bottom, right, with some divergence. So like I was saying on the dollar, it looks like this will actually rally back up into probably 105. It's below parity. It hit parity. It's below parity right now, and so we'll see what actually happens if the dollar actually starts to decline. Same thing here on the pound. On the pound, it hit 115. We were saying that. I was saying that for a while, and as I zoom out, you can see here and here, it basically, that's an extreme. It hit an extreme low level. So we'll see if it actually rallies back against the dollar. And with that, I will say support this channel. I will say please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry and power to the people. The closest thing to the Holy Grail is following the smart money. This is Parsival signing out.